Alexandria, Egypt 285 BC, 40 years later. In Egypt, the general named Ptolemy established a new kingdom. Ptolemy had been one of Alexander's closest companions. And now he controlled the richest of the new Hellenistic kingdoms. The city of Alexandria was the heart of Ptolemaic Egypt. The lighthouse of Pharaoh guarded the entrance of the harbor. It was at least 100 meters in height. The lighthouse gathered ships into the great port of Alexandria. Its beam was visible from 50 kilometers away. Alexandria had been founded by Alexander in 331 BC. It became the commercial and cultural center of the Hellenistic world, with a population of over 1 million. Alexandria was truly a cosmopolitan city. It was the home of Greeks, Macedonians, Egyptians and Jews. Merchants came from every corner of the known world. Alexandria was also a beautiful city. The city had large paved streets. The temple of Serapis was the city's religious center. Serapis was a merge between Greek and Egyptian gods.
Eternal force of the cosmos, Almighty Serapis, Isis, Horus.
Serapis was the patron god of Alexandria. Alexandria was a melting pot. It was the New York City of the ancient world. And like New York, Alexandria had a large Jewish population. The city was home to a vibrant Jewish community. Alexandria was the great cosmopolitan city of the ancient world. But at its heart, it really was a Greek city. In the age after Alexander, Alexandria became the center of the Greek civilization. The ruling elite in Ptolemaic Egypt were Greek settlers. They brought with them Greek culture. Greek theatre. Greek sculpture. And Greek knowledge. The great library in Alexandria was the center of Greek learning. It was the largest library in the ancient world, containing 700,000 texts. Here they kept the works of the great Greek authors like Euripides and Sophocles, and Homer, Plato, and Aristotle. Connected with the library was the museum. The museum was a center of research. Here professional scholars studied all branches of knowledge. Great advances were made in medicine, biology, mathematics, and philosophy. This was the home of Ecluids, the father of geometry. It was also here that 72 Jewish scholars met and translated the Hebrew Bible into Greek. This translation was later used by Christians for their Old Testament. Of all the natural science, it was astronomy that received the most attention in Alexandria. Scholars now looked to the skies and attempted to solve the mysteries of the heavens. It was Aristotle of Samos who formulated the most striking theory that the sun is the center of the universe. And that all other planets orbit around it. It was the first heliocentric model of the universe. But Aristotle's theory didn't gather much support. Instead, it was the geocentric model that became dominant. In this theory, Earth is the center of the universe, and all other planets orbit around it. This theory was best formulated by Claudius Ptolemy, an Alexandrian astronomer in the 2nd century AD. Ptolemy's theory was a great achievement in mathematical calculation, but it was also incorrect. His geocentric theory would dominate astronomy for 1500 years until the scientific revolution in the 17th century. While scientists had little luck solving the mysteries of the heavens, they had more success on the ground. The greatest discovery was made by the geographer Eratosthenes. He combined Ecluids geometry with empirical experiments. And by recording the shadow cast by sticks in 2 different locations, Eratosthenes was able to measure the size of the Earth. (46,250 kilometers) was the circumference of the Earth in the Eratosthenes theory. He was only off by 6,000 kilometers.